Arkansas's team hopes rest heavily on the men's mile. Graham Hood and John Schieffer for Arkansas. Hood has the fastest collegiate time this year, 3:58.75. The mutant track groupies with attitudes cheering on the Hogs. An interesting field, Craig. 7 countries represented among the 10 runners.
And the favorites are Keith from Providence in England, Kabiri from Washington State and Kenya, and Hood from Arkansas and Canada. It'll be interesting to see whether the 2 Arkansas runners run as a team at all in this race.
Good bit of pushing off on the start as Marcel Laros from UTEP in orange comes way from the outside to take the lead.
The tempo of this race will be set early as we see whether there's anyone who wants to push the pace and make it a fast race, or whether they're going to let it go more slowly and be tactical. And right now it looks like there's no one who wants to lead.
Jamie Harris from Fresno State, a junior, goes to the front. Ran his heat in 4:05.
Bit of a surprise to make the final. He was the Big West cross country champion, and you got to ask, where are the favorites? They're all over the place towards the back of the race. None of them obviously won a fast race.
Tim Pitcher, the junior from Tennessee, behind Laros from Holland, running for UTEP.
There you see in the maroon top Samuel Kabiri from Washington State. He won the metric mile, the 1,500 meters outdoors at the NCAAs last year. He's had bronchitis and flu for much of the winter, and his coach, John Chaplin, doesn't expect much from him in this race.
And Andy Keith in the white top from Providence, way to the outside behind Kabiri.
Keith being passed by Gary Locke from Iowa State for just a second. Keith's having a great season. He's been running well all year. He didn't even make this final a year ago.
That's Locke way to the left side of your screen from Northern Ireland. Jamie Harris from Fresno State leads it. Tim Pitcher, the junior from Tennessee, in second. Laros is third, being pressed by Kabiri, wearing the maroon.
Look who's towards the back, Graham Hood, who had a great cross-country season himself. He says any one of 4 or 5 people could win this race, but he's not running very confidently right now.
Hood is next to last in this pack.
Used to hold the Canadian record for the 800 meters. That record was broken this year, and he did sustain a slight injury at the SEC championships to his leg.
Penn State's Aidan O'Reilly from Ireland takes to the outside. He's back about 8th place.
And the pace is very slow, Mike. They were 64 seconds at the quarter mile. They're coming up to the half mile. Looks like it's going to be right around 2:07. That's 4:14 pace. We'd expect that in a national high school championship, not the NCAAs.
The Arkansas runner, Schieffer, running 6th, and Hood way back in 9th.
What an amazing tradition they have as we see Hood moving up on the inside at Arkansas in the distances. Cross-country national championships, a great mile tradition with runners like Joe Falcon and Frank O'Mara. And these guys are part of that tradition. They say they feel a bit of weight on their shoulders to maintain it.
Hood had moved up to 5th, and now as Navy's Greg Keller in yellow comes up on the outside, he slips toward the back of the field again.
Well, where you are in the pack is so important when the pace is slow, and even though it's picking up now, you see Hood anxious to get up near the front. If you're in the back, you just have less room to maneuver. You have nowhere to go, and Hood is all over the place right now.
Keller is the man in a hurry from Navy. And now here comes Arkansas. Hood and Schieffer.
Hood realizes that Keith, who's making the move towards the lead now, is his main competition at the moment, and he's got to shadow him if he's going to have any chance of winning this race. 3:07, they've picked the pace up.
Keith takes the lead from Tennessee's Tim Pitcher, and now Hood is there.
Keith rested last weekend. He didn't run in the IC4A championship, so he's probably the freshest of all the runners in the field.
That black epaulette on Hood's shoulder, a remembrance for Alan Pitzer, the Arkansas cross-country runner that died in an auto accident last summer. Last lap.
And he's got to look for some sprinting power down the back stretch, but it's Keith that has it, not Hood. And this is going to be a victory for Andy Keith. Arkansas in second and third right now.
Andy Keith from Hereford, England, eliminated in the first round last year, but he's run under 4 minutes already this season. Keith will win it. Arkansas trying to hang on for second and third. Here comes Laros from UTEP, and he nips Schieffer at the line for third.
Oh, and a freshman mistake for the junior Schieffer as he lets up just before the tape and lets Laros sneak by.
That very fast last quarter gives Keith a winning time of 4:02.39 after the slow pace early. And the 2 points that Schieffer did not get